Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I have really missed you all, so I thought I would come on, do a little intro. Today I have some Valentine's crafts. I don't celebrate Valentine's myself, but you can use this for everyday general decor, I think, all year round. But if you do celebrate Valentine's, I really hope that this gives you some ideas and inspires you. So for the first project, I'm going to be taking this mason jar. I got it like this from Amazon already, so it's got the bow and it's been painted white as well. I'm actually going to remove this because it's going to get in the way with what I want to do. And then I'm taking this, some wrapping paper, and it comes with these beautiful hearts. I've got this gold one here. I like to go with soft colours, so usually I kind of stick with neutrals and then the shabby chic colours. I don't really like red that much. So let's go ahead and remove this first. And this fits perfectly, so I'm just going to hot glue it like this. And then I'll also add a little bit of hot glue just to here, so I've got it to the neck of the mason jar. I'm going to take some packaging just to stuff it up a little bit so I don't have to fill it all with a cocoa liner, which I'm going to be adding next. So again, just because I'm going with the rustic sort of feel, I do have raffia too, so I was debating between the two, but I think this will go better. You can see straight away it just gives it that rustic vibe. Then I'm taking a dowel rod, and this one is way too long, so I kind of need to measure how long I want it. I'm just neatening the cocoa liner. It was a bit too wild. And then I've got my dowel. I have cut it, but I think it's still a little bit too long. So I'm just going to take a little bit more. And I'm just using the tools that I have, so that's scissors basically. And then I just snap it off. I think that should be right. Then I'm going to be taking one of these styrofoam balls. I actually played off camera just to show you. I've got some hearts, and I don't know, these colours do go with it, but they really kind of don't look like hearts when I'm looking at it. I don't know, it's very strange. And it just felt like, I don't know, it didn't really go well. And then I played with these. I've got some smaller hearts that were pink, more shabby chic. And then I had these ones as well. They're actually on little clips, as you can see, pegs. But I decided in the end just to stick with my original idea, which was creating a small topiary with these foam flowers, small roses. So you're going to take your dowel, place it in the topiary. You can glue it, but that's pretty secure, so I'm just going to leave it as is, and then place it in the centre. Make sure that you're happy with the height. I think that looks okay. And then we get to the exciting part. I love this part, so we're going to decorate it, just taking our hot glue. And these actually can make really nice wedding decor as well, I think. I just take them off the wire, so I'm just using the heads here. And these are pretty affordable. You can get quite a big bulk amount from, you know, AliExpress, Temu. And we're just going to keep filling it up, making sure that there's no gaps so that the styrofoam ball doesn't show. Hopefully I've got enough flowers. Now I'm taking this small twine bow, and I'm just going to add it to the neck of the mason jar. It's a very nice size. I've got some bigger ones and they of course didn't look right. And now I'm just going to take this small tiny sponge brush and some paint, and we're just going to dab it on the cocoa liner again, just to give it a bit of that rustic look. I'm so happy with how this came out. It's really my style, very soft colours, elegant, and I also didn't spend anything to make this. I just love using what's in my stash already, so have a look around. Sometimes you can just make do with what you've got. I hope that you're enjoying today's video so far. Please do leave a thumbs up and subscribe, it really helps me out. Today's video is also part of a friendly collaboration. These women are so talented. We've got so much more ideas for you to enjoy in a playlist. It's pinned in my comments, but for now, let's move on to DIY number 2. For the next project, I am going to be taking a wreath, and we're basically going to be decorating it. I wasn't going to use this. I was actually going to go to my garden, but it's dark now. I should have done it earlier. And I was going to get like a stick that's flexible. I've got quite a few of those. But yeah, I will just make use of this wreath that I have here. And I'm also going to be taking my fresh flowers to add them. But you can go with artificial ones. So I'm going to take these roses. Again, I'm trying to match the colours, the scheme that I'm going with the first project. So you're going to take your roses and add them in this way. You're going to have a look at the placements where you like it, and I've got some wire here, put through and then tie it like this, just twisting the wire, and then we'll cut off the excess. So I'm going to go with another white rose, placing it through the back, and we're also going to get rid of the leaves as well. So I'm just wrapping the wire around it again, just securing it in place without glue. And then we're going to prepare the next rose, taking the leaves off and seeing where we want it. And then again wrapping the wire around. Now I'm happy with the colours and the arrangement. I've got just one pink flower there. I'm going to take the wire and I'm just going to wrap it around now. And you can fill your heart if you want to. Then we're going to take some ribbon. Just going to place it around where I've wrapped the wire. And then I'm going to finish by adding this beautiful bow. I forgot to film what it looked like the proper finished thing. So this is all we have, I'm afraid. But it was a really nice idea. It's kind of like a wreath, but also like a bouquet. Now I wanted to share another idea with the wreath. Something more simple if you're like me, sometimes less is more. I'm going to go in with the paint and the sponge brush. I'm just going to add a little bit of white to the wreath. And that just takes away from the brown a little bit. It felt like it was a bit too much for me. Now I'm going to take a small dowel, which is still too long, so I need to cut its size. When I say cut it, I mean literally. I'm going to add some hot glue to stick this at the bottom. Then just taking some hot glue, adding it to the top of the dowel, and then finishing off with this lovely bow that I used earlier. And it's going to tie all the projects in together because I'm using this lovely subtle pink colour and then white and this brown. This is so dainty and simple, which I love. And I also love that I got this from the thrift store, gave it a bit of a makeover, and now it definitely looks better in my eyes. For my next project, I'm going to be taking this that I got in the sale, and I really liked the base of this actually. Let me just show you how beautiful is that. And it ties in with the shabby chic and beautiful flowers as well. But I'm not keen on this. I really like cloches, and so I was looking around my craft room and I found this, and this is actually the base that comes with it, the cork one. I've used many times in my projects, and look at this. It just fits amazing. I love that when you find two different bits that fit well. So as you can see, I've got a few things to play about with. I might not use them, but we are definitely going to use this little guy, a gunk, and I don't generally use gunks, but I think he fits in with this project very well. It's a little Valentine's one. Move on to the next idea, which is these chocolates. I wish they did like white ones of these. I feel like there's a bit too much pink maybe. And well, for the hearts, they're a bit too shiny and a bit too pink, so let's go back in with that sponge brush and this paint. I'm going to take these, they're actually cake toppers, and I think they're perfect for this. Very dainty. I'm just going to cut it to size. They're a little bit too long right now, and then we'll add it to the cloche with some hot glue. I did want to add to it, so I'm going to take love. Hopefully I can find that word in here. And if you want to add a little bit of something to them, you can add a bit of ink on the sides as well. So I'll add a bit of hot glue to the wire. Then we can take our hot glue and stick that down to the base. And then to finish up, I'm taking a small bow and adding it to the top of the cloche. I didn't expect this to come out so cute. I mean, it's so adorable. I probably will add a larger bow to the top of the cloche, so I do need to make one or find one in a shop somewhere. Now for the final project, I'm going to be taking one of these photo frames and definitely need to do something with this. So let's get rid of the paper first. And then we're going to bring our paint back. We're just going to go over the pink a bit. This is so simple, but it definitely makes it look more high-end. That looks much better, doesn't it? So now I'm just going to paint the background, the wood, the same paint, and just using a bigger sponge brush this time. And I'm going in with a second coat after I've tried the first. Going to create a border around. You can see a little bit of the wood still showing there. You can paint it, you can take the backing off, but I want to do this to decorate anyway. So I'm just going to take my hot glue and stick each piece as I go, because hot glue does set very quickly. And I'm doubling it over as well. So stick the first layer and take some hot glue on top for the other layer. So I'm just going to carry on doing that off camera so that I don't bore you, the same process. So this is how it's looking so far. I'm going to take a bow and I was thinking, should I add it there? I mean, that looks pretty nice. Or should I add it right here or just under the heart? I'm thinking maybe just like that. That way I won't need to add anything to the heart itself, keeping it nice and simple with the beads and with the bow as well. So just placing it right in the centre. And I'm going to take the beads, and I've got two sizes here. Do I want to go with a big pearl in the middle or something more dainty? I think more dainty. Yeah, that looks right. So I'll add a bit of hot glue in the centre of the bow and stick the pearl on. Do you remember what this looked like before we gave it a makeover? Oh my goodness, it's so much better now. I love it. I would actually buy this in a store. So that's all of today's projects. Let me know your favourite. I always ask this, but I really do love knowing your favourite project in the comments below. And don't forget to check out that playlist that I mentioned earlier. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you leave feeling inspired. Take care. Bye.